Hyannis, Massachusetts, you've got a pretty good shot at doing what you want to do. Or then on the other hand, you may be born in some depressed area in the middle of the woods somewhere, or out in the plains of Africa to some tribe. You don't have very much chance then at living, do you? Where's the fairness in that? Where's the justice in that? I mean, one kid is born, he's guaranteed he's going to grow up, be a lawyer, whatever. Anything that he or she wants, she's got, or he's got. But what about the little child that's born to this Bedouin tribesman in the middle of the Kalahari Desert? What chance? Maybe a chance to live, 4 years old, 5 years old, it's lucky. Not a whole lot of justice in there, not a whole lot of fairness in there. Some people are born, like most of you say, born with healthy minds, most of you healthy bodies. Many are born, there are some children born without a brain. There are some people who were born with limbs missing. There were people who were born with their heads attached to another person's head. There were people who were born with all kinds of bizarre disfigurements. Where's the justice? Is this fair? I mean, is God merciful and he's just? Is this fair? What the heck's going on here? I mean, does anybody ever get on a religious Christian program and talk about people that are born with two heads? Or people that are born without limbs, or people that are born with only a part of a brain? What's this all about? See? And how can we be credited at some particular time? Because we start, we live, we survive the body. You know, what I'm trying to say to you is this is the way we're told that we get born a particular time, the body dies, but we survive it. But we don't pre-exist it. What happened? You know, where did we come from before the body? They know what happens to us after the body, but where do we come from before the body? According to the Bible, it says God foreknew you. You existed before you got in this body.
Yep.
Where were you? What were you doing?
Chilling.
Where did you exist?
Nowhere.
Nobody ever wants to address that. And the simple reason is Christianity in the West simply says they don't believe in reincarnation, so they're not allowed to talk about these things. What does it mean, God foreknew you? Before you were in the womb, I knew you. And in Romans, we looked at this morning, it said God foreknew you and predestinated you. So you were known to God before you occupied the body you have now. How is this? We have a beginning, according to Christianity, we have no beginning other than when we're born, but we have no end. That doesn't make a whole lot of sense. We then search for a point of perfection, which is a meditative state. It says in Matthew 5:48, be perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. How many? If I was to talk to you before you knew about meditation and say you're supposed to be perfect, you say, well, that leaves me out.
9.
How many people come into church and they hear the minister or whatever reading out of the Bible and saying, so be there perfect as your Father in heaven is perfect. And you walk out the door. I'm out of this. I have no. They have no idea that perfection is the meditative state above thought. They have no idea that that's what it's talking about. So they think they're going to have to live in some perfected realm, and they can't do it. So they become very disgruntled. It's out of my reach, when yet it's so easy to become perfect, simply to hit the floor and raise your consciousness above the thoughts of the mind, and you enter into perfection. And that's all it means. But can you reach perfection in the short span of time of birth to death? Or maybe does it have an ultimate goal? Maybe there is a goal that will take successive experiences to reach. Could that possibly be? Could that possibly be? Maybe it's just too much for a person to come into life and to